This is Team Eternal Hope here, bringing you a Gear Chronicle deck profile this time. Like I said, we would bring you a Gear Chronicle deck.
We don't lie, guys.
Yep, this is post G2. Post does mean after, I do believe. This is my build of it, so just my ideas. So for starters, I run Timepiece Draco Kid. A lot more consistent than the Gunner Gear Draco Kid, in my opinion, because you can do it before Stride. So I prefer it. I'm able to get out of Grey Lock as well, so Timepiece. Then I run 4 crits of
DSP.
There's the DSP there. Yep. Don't want to know what this crit does, because this crit actually has an effect other than the standard crits. You put it into the soul. When your Vanguard attacks, if it's Grade 3 or greater and it has Chronojet in its name, you may put it in the soul and then draw a card and give +5 to your Vanguard. It's not bad, it's just sort of like Soul Engine really. It's a crit that does something, and if you know our videos, you know that we prefer triggers that do things. And I run 3 of just a vanilla crit, because 8 crit would do.
You need 7, don't you?
Yep, 7 crits in total.
So you gotta have to run something.
4 draws.
Shiny.
It's a Marble clone. It's also shiny from the trial deck.
Gotta be shiny.
Then the one-off. Additional draw trigger, I just prefer 5 draws in gears. You may prefer 8 draws, that's up to you. Sorry, 8 crit, I just prefer the 5 draws. And then of course 4 heals. Then for grade 1s, we have 4 of the new Perfect Guard. Yeah, the X is still a thing, but I still prefer being able to unflip damage, because this deck is quite counterblast heavy.
The end shining full.
Yeah, just unflipping damage is a lot more useful. Then we have 4 signed Steam Breath Dragon. If you don't know what he does, he's a Stride Enabler, so you can discard him as a grade 3 instead of grade 1 that he is. And when he's placed on rear guard, you can choose a grade 3 in your hand, reveal it, search your deck for a Chronojet, and then discard any card in your hand. So you don't have to discard the Chronojet or the grade 3 that you did reveal, but you can discard either or if you wish. It's just a bit of deck thinning. Unless you've only got the other grade 3, then you just search for Chronojet and discard that, so that way you've got Chronojet. You want to be sat on Chronojet, basically. Then, with the theme of unflipping, 4 Meshi, his effect, Generation Break 1, once a turn, when one of your opponent's rear guards is put on the bottom of his deck, so when it's rewinded, you may pay the cost, which is Soul Blast 1. If you do, choose a card from the damage zone, turn it face up. His effect can only be used once a turn, so if you've got 2 out, you can still use them both, but they have to be used in the first rewind, not on the second. And then we run 2 Gigi, which is Soul Blast 2 draw. Sometimes my soul can get quite big, so I just like to have Gigi there, just in case my soul is a bit too much. You don't have to be sort of like considerate of your soul. Then 4 Amber. His skill, if you don't know, Generation Break 1. When he's boosted, you can counterblast 1. If you do, choose my opponent's grade 2 or less and rewind it. Then I run 4 Ishin. She has Resist. She's a common from the new set. In my opinion, she's a lot better than Puzzle, but her skill, yet again, is Generation Break 1, Counterblast 1. When your opponent's rear guard is put on the bottom of their deck, you may pay the cost. If you do, she can't be guarded by grade 0s until the end of the turn. And she has Resist. So it means, she can't be killed by Narukami and all that type of thing. Kegro, all that as well. Then I run 3 Glimmer Breath Dragon. This skill is Generation Break 1, Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1. When it's placed on the rear guard, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Chronojet in its name, you may pay the cost, and if you do, so one of your grade 2 or less rear guards, one of your opponent's grade 2 or less, sorry, and put it on the bottom of the deck, and then he gets +2 until the end of turn. He's actually pretty good. I like him because it's the free rewind to get off Ishin. Then obviously we have 4 Chronojet,
3 signed.
3 signed, yeah. James can't give me the 4th yet.
Oh, they sold on to me.
If you don't know what he does, it's Generation Break 2. When he attacks, you a Vanguard, and to the end of that battle, he gets +5 and can't be guarded with grade 1s. And then his other skill, when you ride over him with Stride, then you may Counterblast 1. If you do, so when your opponent's rear guards and rewind it. It's meh at best, it's just because it's got Chronojet's name. Most of your deck's alive if you run Chronojet. And the rewind's not bad. Then we run 4 Fate Wheel. Yeah, again, if you don't know, Generation Break 1, Counterblast 1, when he attacks, you pay the cost. If you do, your opponent can't call grade 0s. So it's the opposite to Chronojet, but he's on G Break 1, Chronojet's on G Break 2. And then his other skill is Counterblast 1, Soulblast 1. When he's placed on the Vanguard Circle, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose a grade 1 less and rewind it. Yeah, that part of the skill is the main reason why I run him. He just does something. And
It's mainly stride for them, really.
Can help. Yeah, I use him a lot for stride. Rather be sat on a Chronojet. Then we run 4 Ragnar Clock. One's SP, I'm trying to find it, I think it's this one. Yep, SP. If you don't know what he does, you CB1, Persona Flip, he can't be guided with grade 0s, and then if you have 2 or more face up in your G zone, it gets a crit. It's the kill card of the deck. You basically just want to go Chronojet, Ragnar Clock, die.
He's all they got.
Yeah, pretty much. Until G4.
You hope.
Yeah.
More shit for him. Yay.
Then the one-off Interdimensional Dragon, Cronus Command Dragon.
So G-Ray, by the way, guys.
G-Ray, yeah. He only came in G-Ray. I'm sure you know that. Basically, CB2, Soul Blast 1, choose a card from your hand and discard it. Its cost is super heavy. When his attack hits, you pay the cost. If you do, rewind everything on your opponent's side of the board.
Intercept with your rear guards.
It just says...
Who said?
It's just really good against Aqua Force and Royal Paladins, Neo
Paladins.
Yeah, Neo Paladins.
It's a new thing, guys. Neo Paladins. We're making it here and now.
In my opinion, it's just good against those 3 clans because those 3 clans have big boards all the time. Can be good against golds as well, but he's just there to sort of like the anti part of them. Then we run the one-off Interdimensional Dragon, Epoch Maker Dragon. I love this card. Like, it's one of my favourite cards in the deck. Basically, when his attack hits, you may select one of your rear guards and bind it. Then if you do, you search your deck for grade 3 and call it to the rear guard circle and where that card was.
Fourth attack.
Basically, yeah. And then at the end of your turn, you can put the grade 3 that you called to the bottom of your deck, take the card that you did bind with its effect, and put it to the rearguard circle. It's just sort of like one of those where it's like if your opponent's got nothing on board, you just go Epoch, force them to guard because they don't really want to have a 4th attack coming out the face. Then we have the one-off Lost Age Dragon, really good early game. It's probably going to be your first stride, let's be honest.
Very much.
It's a free rewind if it hits. It's meh, but
every clan has something like that, really.
Yeah, it's free.
Well,
what
the ones that have a
say?
set release anyway.
And then the final boss maker of the deck, so like if Ragnar Clock doesn't kill him, which it should, you have Fate Rider. His skill is choose one of your rear guards, put it on the bottom of your deck, search your deck for a unit which is 1 grade higher than it, call it to the rear guard, and then you give +3 to all of your units for each face-up stride you've done. So it can't stack, you have to sort of like go, I don't know, 5 here, 3 here, 3 here, 3 here, 3 here, 3 here, and 3 here.
All the strides. Ah,
yeah,
shit.
all the strides.
Strides is
Fate Rider doesn't count for himself, of course, but it's just a nice late game pressure, and that's about it really for the deck. If you like, please leave a like and subscribe, all that sort of good stuff. You have to say it, don't you? Other than that, thanks for everything, guys. We'll be bringing you some more deck profiles in the future, and a game when James can actually be bothered to play me. Other than that, thanks, guys.